think she's got purple hair all of a sudden. We're live on YouTube.
The shampoo I've been using.
It's turning your hair purple?
Well,
it's a good look. It looks good.
My hair lady is supposed to turn my hair gray, but she's still working on that.
Are you still, there we go. All right, now we're live. Right? Yes. Amanda's watching. Hi, Amanda. Amanda's on my running team.
Oh, that's right. Amanda.
Yes. What's going on? Are you guys ready to talk about The Brain That Wouldn't Die?
Yes.
You like this movie?
Well, I like all the classics.
It's a good one. It's bad. I mean, it's not a good movie.
Well, it is, but I don't know. There's something about him.
I feel like it's, yeah,
everything.
it's that late 50s, like, mod kind of, and then things get sexy all of a sudden, and when the saxophone, it's so weird, right? And then the guy's like driving around looking at chicks. It's a weird situation, man. It's very Frankenstein. I feel like this is like a precursor to The Reanimator.
A little bit.
Severed head involved.
Uh-huh.
Yes. All right, we're going to get into the podcast here in 2 seconds. I am still blocked from going live on Facebook. How the fuck does that work? I have no idea. Let's see how long we last this week, shall we? Surprised we're not already kicked off. Yay! You goddamn animals. All right, let me just get this going, and then we're going to get into the podcast. Oh, it's a classic. It's Buddy's pick, and he's not even here, the son of a bitch.
Right?
Who does he think he is, anyway?
Yeah. Does he have all of his body part movies picked out?
No, he doesn't. He just brought up a random list. I don't think that we're actually live. Nez is in the house. What's up, Nez?
Hi, Nez.
We're talking about The Brain That Wouldn't Die, which is, it's something. Huh.
He is like the playboy of the world.
Who, Nez?
Yes,
he is.
Everywhere.
Isn't he, though?
Meeting everybody.
I'm telling you, I want to be reincarnated as Nez.
Rock stars.
After I die. I think that would be probably the best thing. Hide post news, unfollow, see more. Why am I seeing this post? I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing.
I don't either.
We're gonna look. We got a show. I'm waiting. I'm giving it a few minutes to see if we get banned from Facebook. Buddy couldn't be here, Nez, because I guess he's working late.
Yeah.
Or something. That's the official story that we're going with. He's indisposed. Let's see here.
He didn't even see The Brain. He was like, I don't.
He started it. And he's like, he's off to LA in a couple weeks. Nez is. Yeah, imagine that, Nez. Who are you hanging out with this week, Nez? Ralph Macchio?
Nez, can you please bring me back a hamburger from Hopkins Burgers in LA?
He is willing to let go of the vegan thing for a Hawkins burger.
Yes, I will eat that mother.
Will you do it after that? Are you done being a vegan?
No, I'm going to go.
You're going to go back? Don't go back.
Vegan? I'm not vegan, just vegetarian.
What's the difference? Vegan is no eggs.
Yeah, they don't eat anything, or they don't even touch animal products. But I'm not that weird.
No, you wear a lot of leather, too. So let's not forget that part, sweetie.
Yes, and pepper jack cheese.
Is that's an animal product, right?
Yeah.
Dairy?
Yeah.
Can't have dairy.
I can't, but I can have the Kroger brand.
What is Kroger?
It's Smith brand.
Oh, it's like a imitation?
No, it's their brand. Like, the name brand.
Yeah.
Jesus, except it's Kroger.
Oh, we're in the inmate recreational area. So I don't even know where we are. I had to use my wife's phone to do this, Nez, because I am blocked from going live on Facebook. And I think by the time this one's over, we're going to get her blocked too. All right, whatever. You goddamn maniacs. How do I share a video, I wonder? Save video, mark and turn, post mute member. I don't know.
Which website are you in?
It's in the recreational area. Let me just padded. Oops. Area. Facebook. Okay. I don't know what I'm doing.
Oh, you're gonna go see Black Flag?
Why block from Facebook? James, the reason we got blocked from Facebook is I don't know. Somebody reported us for apparently abusive behavior. And I don't know. I don't know, man. I think somebody has some kind of a problem with I don't know, man. I don't know. Somebody's got a problem with me or Buddy or Monica. And it doesn't matter, but we're probably gonna get blocked again, and that's fine. We'll just find another way to do it. Did you get Facebook jailed? Yes, I did, broski. As a matter of fact, I did get Facebook jailed. For some reason, I'm out of Facebook jail, and but I still can't go live on Facebook. So I don't know. I'm like, what is that? What is that, like Facebook parole? I've got a Facebook parole officer.
You're a parolee.
Parolee. I'm on probation. I can still post and stuff. I just can't go live. All right, fine. Who gives a shit? Who gives a shit? God damn it. Let me just approve this request right quick so that we can get Odd Mother in the house. Boop, 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 boop. Okay, Odd Mother, you are in. Okay. Hey, Scarlett's in the house. Let's talk about, let me get a microphone. Let's record a podcast, Monica. How about that? Should we do that this week, or should we just fuck the whole thing off? Talk about cheeseburgers all night. What, other than cheeseburgers, I know you can hear me. Other than cheeseburgers, what kind of a meat product would it take to get you to come off of being a vegan?
Nothing.
What about like a kebab?
No.
Pizza?
No.
That's what I would miss the most.
I can eat pizza.
You can, but not the good stuff.
Yeah, well, without meat.
That's how do you do that? That's basically just cheese, right?
Yeah, with veggies on it.
Yeah.
Jalapenos and pineapple. Mm. Yeah, when I saw that burger place, I was like, that is the only place in the whole universe that will make
Have a cheeseburger. Have one cheese. Have an In-N-Out burger.
No, it has to be a Hawkins burger.
Have a bacon cheeseburger. Not like a fast food bacon. I'll make you a bacon cheeseburger.
No, it has to be a Hawkins.
Come over to my house one day when we're not doing the show. You know what? You don't even have to eat it. Just sit in the kitchen. Who's putting pineapple?
I know. You never said no pineapple.
Just come in while I'm making the bacon cheeseburger. Smell, get the aroma.
I smell bacon when I cook it.
I know, and I don't understand how you're still a vegan after that.
Because you know what? You know what?
What?
When I make sausage, like breakfast sausage for them,
the dogs,
I can hear the little sausages when.
Oh my God!
They go.
No, they don't.
Hi, Roy.
God, good Lord. Hey, Roy, what's happening, buddy? All right, we're about to talk about The Brain That Wouldn't Die from 1962. Yeah. Microphone on? No, it is not. No, it is not. Buddy does a lot of weird stuff with his microphone. That's right, inmates. We're talking about The Brain That Wouldn't Die. It's from 1962. It got 4.3 stars on IMDb. It's written and directed by Joseph Green. Yeah. Stars Jason Evers, Virginia Leith, and Anthony LaPena. It's not a good movie, right? I feel like it's so bad it's good. It's got that thing going on.
I didn't like the lady that played in it.
Which lady?
The head woman.
The one that was just a head?
Yeah.
Well, she's supposed to be a bitch. And to be honest with you, I think I would be a bit of a bitch too if I was a disembodied head in a pan. Dude, that's gonna get old. That's gonna get old real fast. You can't even look around, Monica. All you got is like eye movement, and that Can somebody face me towards the window, please? I can't see anything.
Oh, it's kind of like the Drew Barrymore, the
Which one?
Santa Clarita Diet.
Yeah.
My head.
Yeah, it's the exact same thing, man.
Yeah.
I'd get pretty pissed off about that too.
Okay.
Barlow's in the house. What's up, JB? I'm glad you could join us, sir. You'll notice your comrade is missing. It's fine.
Is he really working?
I doubt it. I think I know what he's doing. But that's a whole other podcast, my friends. All right, so our movie starts off. This is 1962. It's black and white. It's got that ultra mod feel to it.
Yeah.
It was actually made in 1958. It wasn't released until 1962. So it's like even more mod. It's like triple mod. I'm doing good. Well, that's good to know, JB. Anyway, so we start off in a surgical theater where people are, hey, Odd Mother's in the house. People are operating. There's like 3 nurses and 2 doctors operating on one dude. And apparently this guy's like in a life-threatening situation. He's going to be kicking the bucket pretty quick. Now, here's something I don't think actually happens. The head surgeon is like, well, he's dead. Go ahead and do whatever you want with him.
No naked.
There's no naked. Nez, sorry, it's 1962. Even if there was naked, you probably don't want to see it. So the head surgeon is like, well, this guy's a goner. You're going to go ahead and fuck around with him if you want. Mm-hmm. I sincerely hope that doesn't actually happen in like hospitals and stuff. Because if it does, that's fucked up, man. I'm not going to be, after I'm dead, I'll be your guinea pig. But don't just say that I'm going to die and thus have fun with me. You know what I mean? That's bad. That's bad. That's unethical.
Don't they do that in universities anyway?
After you're dead, Monica. After you're dead.
Well, he was dead.
He was close to death. The head surgeon is like, nothing I can do. So then he hands him off to the other surgeon, and the other surgeon's like, oh, let's see what kind of fun we can have with this asshole. Now, find out the secondary surgeon does like some weird. First off, what's wrong with this dude that he got brought in? Was he in a car?
It never said.
It never said, but it's very.
They
didn't really start working on him. They just gave up on him. It's what they did. They didn't even. I don't think they even started. They just gave him. Well, hey, I mean, look, he's clearly not going to make it. So just fucking have a good time with it. This is bad. I know the medical practice has come a long way since 1958, or at least I hope it has. But goddamn, all right. Anyway, whatever. So the secondary surgeon is like, ooh, let me try some stuff out I've been working on here. So they open up his chest cavity and they're manually massaging his heart. Okay, I understand that. That actually is a life-saving technique. But then they open up his skull and they start applying electrodes to his brain, certain areas. So I guess that's like, well, he's dead. Let's go ahead and hook him up to a car battery. See what that does for us. I mean, if we're throwing out ideas here, why don't we?
I didn't know back then they had the. Well, I guess people were smart anyway.
Like, that's debatable. Going on this movie,
which part of the brain to hook it up to do this, to do that?
I think they just took creative license and they just started poking and prodding in there. Anyway, they start sending.
There was Frankenstein.
That's the truth. Okay. They start sending electrical current to different parts of his brain. And sure as shit, they managed to save this guy's life.
Hi, Sarah.
Hey, Sarah's in the house.
Woohoo!
What's going on, Sarah?
Yeah, where you been?
Yeah, man. Anyway, so that's pretty gnarly. He comes back to life, and then we get some dialogue between the 2 surgeons. Mm-hmm. Find out the head surgeon is actually the father of the secondary surgeon. And he gives him like a pretty good, I don't understand, he gives him like a tongue lashing about, hey, you can't be experimenting on people like this, and this stuff is unethical, and you're hooking up this guy to a car battery, and what the hell? And the secondary surgeon's like, that's right, I'm unethical, but I just saved a man's life. And he's smoking a cigarette, too, while they're having this. I don't know. It's 1950s, you're legally obligated to smoke cigarettes. Yeah. You can't not smoke cigarettes.
Yeah.
Anyway.
And nobody bothered to wash their hands.
No, there's no hand washing going on here. There's none. They're lucky they were wearing surgical masks. Usually it was just a cigarette hanging out of the mouth. And they'd be like, All right, nurse, give me a scalpel. I'd say, and then smack her ass on the way in. So that's pretty nice. They give like a quick little discussion about these experiments are unethical and stuff like that. And as they're having this conversation, one of the nurses comes in, and we find out that the secondary surgeon, his name is Roger Gordon, Dr. Gordon, and his head nurse is actually also his fiance, which I guess was passable by standards and practices in 1958. That would not fly today.
Oh, no.
Oh, does it really?
I know lots of doctors who have left their wives for nurses.
She works at a hospital, so you do. She does. She works at a hospital. Okay, never mind. I mean, it happens. You meet somebody on the job, and then you're like, hey, you. Yeah, it's especially in the medical practice where you're there for long hours, you're under stressful conditions.
You find a nurse and your wife has moved on to a boy toy.
Of course, and she's probably all hopped up on Percocet anyway, so why not have fun with it,
Okay.
But now you got alimony payments. All right, we're going down a dark road here. It's bizarre. Anyway, so we find out that the young doctor Gordon has a house in the country, and he's going to take her there that week. And apparently, he's got a buddy that stays up there, and he's assisting him in further medical experimentation.
Yeah.
Igor. It is gnarly. I do not want a husband/wife team performing surgery on me. That's a valid observation, Scarlett. You don't want to catch them on the night that they can't seem to agree on anything. You know what I'm saying?
Troy. Yeah.
Troy's in the house. What's up, Troy? Troy, I'm still banned from Facebook from going live. That's why you're watching this on my wife's phone. So I don't know, man. I don't know what I did, but I pissed somebody off, and now I can post to Facebook. Can't go live. Maybe I'll have that fixed by next week. I doubt it, though. All right. So anyway, they're all excited. They're going to this house in the country for the week, and they're going to be married in a couple of weeks too, which is cool. His fiance Jan, I thought she was fairly attractive for 1958, right? She had like the wild Bride of Frankenstein hair, which I find attractive in a young lady. You're not into it, says the lady with the purple head.
To her voice.
That's the point.
Yeah,
she's supposed to be a bad bitch.
Okay.
Is what I think.
She played it off very well.
When she's a person, even more so when she's just reduced to one part, because then I would be pissed off about that too. So there's that. So they're going up as they're having this conversation. Another nurse runs in, and she's like, "Dr. Gordon, this is the stupidest thing I've ever seen in my life." She runs in, and these are her. I wrote it down. These are her exact words. "Dr. Gordon, Dirk from the country called. He needs you immediately." Dirk from the country. That is a pretty broad statement. Dirk from the country. Which country? Number one, who the fuck is Dirk? Obviously assuming that Dr. Gordon knows a Dirk, let alone one in a country environment. But anyway, he's like, okay, we got to go. So Dr. Gordon and his fiancee Jan hop in their convertible, and they start hauling ass to his house in the country. He's driving like a fucking asshole is what he's doing. He's okay for a minute, but it seemed to me that as soon as they got onto the windiest part of the road, that's where he decided to step on it.
Yeah, but wasn't that the same time that she was like starting to piss him off too by asking all the questions?
Yeah, they were driving. Yeah, she's like, "Why are we going so fast? Where's this house in the country?" She's never been to the house in the country. What's going on? Who's this Dirk guy? What are we doing? What's happening?
Yeah,
and he's like,
upset.
Yeah, I would. Well, I mean, I wouldn't. I would. What the fuck is going on here? What the fuck? What are you doing? You got like a weird dungeon in the country. You're doing medical experiments. Why would you take your fiance there? If you don't want her knowing about it, don't take her there. Or if you do want her knowing about it, give her a heads up. Because you don't. Get out. You're fired. You've been hanging around Buddy too long, goddammit. This is what happened. So nobody knows Dirk. Who the fuck is Dirk? Johnny? I mean, we're going to meet him here in a second, obviously, but still, out of nowhere, this Dirk character. So they're hauling ass on the road, going to the country estate through all these winding turns and stuff like that. And they're hauling ass because we constantly get the cutaway to his foot on the pedal.
Mm-hmm.
That means they're going even faster.
Yeah.
And they're speeding the film up also. So, needless to say, they get into a car accident. Now, the budget for this film didn't really include anything about a car accident. So the car accident, per se, was a lot of screaming and then the actor that played Dr. Gordon rolling down a hill.
I know. I looked up and I was like, did I miss it?
No, it's an accident, but there's like a lot of ah, and then him rolling down the hill, and that's it. Hey,
Oh, yeah.
Car Lover is in the house. What's up, Car Lover? So that's interesting. We have an accident now. The young lady, Jan, was still in the car when the accident occurred.
Mm-hmm.
So he's like, I'm a doctor. I'm going to save her. He goes running over to the wreckage, which really, the wreckage amounts to some flames and a broken pane of glass.
Yeah.
But he does something very strange. I get what they're going for. What they're going for is that her head was severed in the accident, and he's now going to bundle it up and take it with him. But what that amounts to is him throwing his jacket in the car, waiting about 5 seconds, and then reaching in and pulling the jacket out, and then like doing like a football running back carry with the jacket.
Don't ask.
Did anybody want to explain that to me? Was that maybe the jacket was made out of Velcro and it caught on her hair or something? Well, whatever. I mean, you could at least pretend like you were grabbing, but the guy, he literally takes his jacket off, throws it in the fire, waits 5 seconds, and then goes, okay, and then off he goes.
Yeah, that nonchalantly, like, whoa.
Yeah, he's doing like a running back, like a Heisman like trophy thing going. Anyway, jacket made out of cloth. I don't know either, John. Whatever.
Is it bad horror movie month?
No, it's body part horror movie month, Troy.
It's buddy month.
It's buddy month, and he has picked horror films that involve certain body parts.
Yeah.
Body part specific. So naturally, we're doing the brain that wouldn't die.
Mm-hmm.
So that's bizarre. He then apparently. The good news though is that before the accident, we actually got pretty close to his country estate. It looked to me like it was about 25 meters away.
Yeah.
This guy doesn't have very good cardio. So he's doing like his football run and he's going through some trees and around some corners, and he gets to a set of steps and he completely runs out of gas. And thus he kind of collapses, then he gets up and then he takes 2 steps and he collapses again, and he's still got the Heisman Trophy football jacket on him. So it takes him this is like an 8-minute sequence in the movie. Him running through the woods with the jacket and then half-assed climbing up the stairs.
In the real world, the brain only lives for 7 minutes.
You're probably right. I don't know if it's even that long.
Yeah, I believe it's
7 minutes?
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
It's very odd.
There's no fucking way he's doing that in 7 minutes. He does not run very fast, and he has zero cardio, probably because he smokes so many goddamn cigarettes.
Yeah.
That's something to think about. Anyway, see, that's why I don't smoke. I never know if I'm going to have to carry Monica's severed head in my jacket. I could probably, if I'm in a pinch, I can get you.
Hollow, so it's not very heavy.
And I don't need the jacket. I can just grab a handful of purple and be on my way. So I got that going for me. But I can bang you a 7-minute mile if I'm under pressure. So I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah, you can.
I can do it. Do we really want Monica's head in a pan here for the padded room? I'm telling you. I don't think her husband would take her back after that. He'd be like, "Yeah, you just keep her," and then she would just be sitting on this shelf, even when I'm not doing the show. I'd have to come here, Monica. This is when I beat off, so I'm just going to turn your head around, and you can face the wall while I squeeze one out. It's going to get ugly in here. Hey, you fucker! I know you're beating off behind me. Stop it! Stop it! Stop it!
I can hear you.
If you're not going to stop it, then turn up the volume. I want to hear the porno. That's nasty. All right. So that's ridiculous. He gets to his country estate where we meet Dirk. Dirk is another scientist, and he's got like a weird monkey paw. He's got like one arm. It looked to me like it was like arthritis or something, but it's got like a kind of a what is that? Like a weird. He's got a shriveled up hand. It's good for nothing, really. He's got a bad hand. So he comes down. He's like, Dr. Gordon, thank God you're here. You can't. I got to show you what's in the closet. It's gonna be great. Gordon's like, dude, I don't have time to be fucking around in the closet. I got my fiance's severed head here. I gotta sort this out. He's like, oh shit, let's go down to the laboratory. They go down to the laboratory. They hook up the severed head to like all the burners and the pots and the pans and the chemistry set, and there's smoke coming out of things. And basically, they take this young lady's head and put some headphones on it, and then they set it in a pan. All right, cool. Once like he gets everything fired up, the head kind of regains consciousness and like looks around for a second. And he's like, holy shit, I did it. I got myself a severed fiance head here, and it's pretty cool. So Dirk is like, yeah, you did it, boss. That's great. But that's the good news. The bad news, though, is that we only have about 48 hours to find her a body. If we can't do that, then the head's probably going to lose consciousness and die. Now, at this point, the head is starting to speak, which isn't theoretically possible. But there are a couple of tubes going into the neck, like the neck orifice. So I'm willing to write this off under a suspension of disbelief. Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, whatever.
Yeah.
The head starts talking, and basically the head is begging these two guys to let it die, as it should. They're like, no way, you're going to be a breakthrough of medical science. It's going to be awesome. So they take off. Well, actually, Dirk and Dr. Gordon go upstairs. And Dirk's like, Howard, what are you going to do? Where are you going to find a body? We've already got busted at the hospital for stealing body parts. That's how we have that thing in the closet. And Dr. Gordon's like, well, I'm just going to have to go find a body anywhere I can. And then Dirk's like, hey, before you leave, check out the thing in the closet. It's great. So now we get a little snippet of there's something in a closet just adjoining this laboratory room. And it's,
You know what it is?
well, what is it now?
It's the monster from the Bugs Bunny cartoon.
I thought it was from Goonies. What's the
Oh,
Chunk.
that guy.
Chunk from Goonies?
Oh.
It's a monster. It's a fair assessment from the
Yeah.
Bugs Bunny cartoons. Yeah, that's pretty. That's actually, I think she's more accurate now that I think about it. It's stupid. So there's some big thing in the closet banging around, and Dr. Gordon like peeks his head in, and he's like, "Yeah, that's great. That's really coming along nicely there.
Yeah, what are we gonna do with that thing?
Can we just incinerate it or something? I don't know." He's like, "Yeah, we're making great progress with it. It's beautiful." So the doctor's like, "Okay, I got to go find a body, so I'm gonna get the fuck out of here." Leaves Dirk alone with the talking head and the thing in the closet. Very scary stuff. From there, we cut to this is where things get a little sexy here. Sexy in the brain that wouldn't die. Now, if I, for whatever reason, had my wife's severed head alive and I had 48 hours to find it, a body, I'm following his logic. I'd go straight to the strip club,
Yeah.
and I'd find the most coked out stripper I could
Exactly.
with the biggest implants,
Yeah.
and that's how that would go down. What happened to Chop Block TV? Were you guys too much for that group? No, that's a whole other thing there, Troy. Needless to say, we're no longer with Chop Block. But we're doing fine. They're doing fine. We're just on the different frequency now, and I'm still blocked from going live on Facebook, Troy. So there you have it. So he goes to the strip club, and we get like some very sultry, creepy scenes of him like staring at girls and smoking. And we get the jazz saxophone in the background, like maybe I'll abduct you and put the fucking.
I would have went to a gym.
I would have. Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good place to go. Well, I guess if you're looking for a male body,
No, if I was a man, I would have.
You would've went to a gym?
I would have went to a gym.
I'd know,
and
'cause-
find a nice body.
no,
there.
because those chicks will fight you.
Yeah, that's
And
the
that's
other
the
thought I
problem.
had,
See,
so-
you get a stripper that's coked out enough, she doesn't give a shit. You know. Anyway, he finds a stripper that he likes. She's pretty hot, I thought. She comes out, they buy like a lap dance. Darian, is this a movie review or a recounting of your life when you were single? Well, it's a little bit of both, Jim. It's a little bit of both. You know, I had a pretty good time in my 20s. So he finds a stripper that he likes. She comes out. They have a couple drinks. She takes him back to the champagne room or whatever they call it. And, you know, they're getting a little flirty. And eventually he's like, hey, why don't you come back to my place and I'll show you my laboratory. And she's like, oh, so hot. As they're having this conversation, unfortunately, another stripper comes in. And, well, whenever there's two strippers in a room with one dude, there's going to be a problem. And there is exactly that. These two chicks break right out into a fight. The brunette stripper calls the blonde stripper a cheap hussy or something like that. And then it goes big cat fight. The doctor is like, well, I can't have any of these crazies. So he just goes meandering out while these two are still rolling around on the floor. I got a little chuckle out of that.
Yeah,
I thought that was funny. And I feel like that's probably how it would actually go down, too.
Yes.
Like even if you went in there and said, hey, I need to sever one of your heads for a body, I feel like one of them would be like, oh, that's hot. But then the other one would be like, take my body, I've got bigger boobs. And the other one would be like, she's got chlamydia, don't take her, take me. And then the cat fight would ensue.
Oh.
You don't think so?
No, I in my head they'd be like, how much money?
Well, yeah, of course.
How much money?
Of course, yeah. You're going to have to pay extra for that. I don't normally do severed head jobs. Ugh. All right, so that obviously didn't work out. Cat fights are funny. I agree, JB. So that obviously didn't work out for our doctor. So he's like, God, that was fucking stupid. He gets out and he just takes off. Now we're going to cut back to the laboratory where the severed head of Jan, or as she's known, Jan in the Pan, starts talking to Dirk. And we're going to get a little backstory on Dirk. Dirk was the doctor's apprentice for a while, but at some point, the doctor turned into a fucking asshole and started experimenting on Dirk, which is a shitty thing to do. That's how Dirk got his monkey paw hand. Cut his fucking arm off and tried to reattach it, I guess, or something, and it caused the hand to go into a monkey paw thing. Bad. Why would you? Don't let him do that.
Yeah,
It was, I don't know if he agreed or if the doctor just like chloroformed him or something like that, but whatever, it didn't work out. Because now he's a surgeon and he's only got one good hand, and that doesn't really work for that. So that sucks. One good hand on a surgeon. You got to have two hands for a surgeon, right?
I was thinking of something.
Oh yeah, of course you were. I wonder what she was thinking about. I only need one hand to get the done.
Yeah.
Now here's a funny thing. Dirk at one point leaves the room. Jan in the Pan starts talking to the thing in the closet. And they're starting like a weird relationship where the thing in the closet can like knock once for yes, knock twice for no. And she establishes that the thing in the closet is equally as pissed as she is and would like some kind of revenge on the doctor that did this to it, whatever it is. And it would like to get out of the closet, obviously, and it would like to probably punch Dr. Gordon in the face once it does. So that's good. And now she's kind of building like a telepathic link to the guy in the closet, which is going to get dangerous. And she's getting a lot bitchier as the movie goes on. She's like, I didn't ask to be brought back to life. I'm a fucking head in a pan. What the hell's going on? Why don't you just let me die? This is unethical and this is horse shit and I don't want it. She's turning into a see you next Tuesday, if you understand what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But I get it. I would be too if I was reduced to a head in a pan. You know?
Like that.
I'd be pissed.
Unless you're going to tell me that you're going to find me a body,
Dude.
then I'd be like, I have demands. Well,
Yeah.
I want to be 5'10", please.
I will be picking the body. You parade them in here, and I will tell you which one I want. That's how that's going to go down. Otherwise, I will continue. You better pick me a skinny, frail little body, because otherwise, once I get reattached, I'm going to fight you, and that's all there is to it. It better have a big dick too. If I'm picking the body, I want a honker on that thing, and I'm going to be a lady pleaser. Although it does have to match my complexion.
Yeah, I was just
If
going to say,
you understand
might
what I'm
be
saying.
a little browner.
If you understand what I'm saying, you can't have like a mismatch going on. I feel like I'm not gonna get laid down. Why are your hands African American and you are not? Well, it's a funny thing you bring that up.
This is makeup. I can't get it off.
Mom was white, Dad was white. It's very strange. Come on, let's get in the car. All right. Anyway, so that's what's happening back at the lab. Now we're going to cut back to Dr. Gordon, who is now just openly cruising the streets, trying to find a female with a nice body that he can cut the head off of. When he's like creepily perusing the streets. He comes across a hot blonde, and she's actually an old friend of his. So she's like, "Hey, what are you doing?" And he's like, "I'm just looking at your behind, sweetie." Hey, Ellen's in the house.
Hi,
Ellen is in hell. I'm sorry, Ellen must be at work.
Yeah.
Sorry to hear that, Ellen.
Sorry.
That does.
We were already in hell.
I got off of hell around 2 Pacific time, and she got off of hell about 5ish or so. That's why we're early, because there's no buddy, so we don't have to wait for it. Anyway, enough about hell. So he finds this old friend of his, and she's like, "Hey, you give me a ride? I'm going to the show." And he's like, "You betcha." But right before she jumps in, here comes another friend, and she just hops right in, and now he's got 2 chicks. Dr. Gordon is a fucking Mac Daddy, apparently.
Yeah, this was a problem.
Well, I mean, what are you going to do with another chick? You don't need 2 bodies. But when you know the show that they're going to, what was it? It was like a bikini body competition?
Yeah.
Or something like that?
And they were going to be in it.
Yeah. So he's like, "Oh, perfect. Bikini body competition. I'm sure there's going to be some tight buttocks and perky breasts at this place." So he drives them to their bikini body competition, and we see all the contestants, and they've got pretty nice bodies for 1958. Once they're in there, he's like, "How am I going to get these chicks alone?" His friend starts reminding him of another chick that he used to know that was in, she was doing modeling, but something happened, and now she only models from her house or something like that. And he's like, "Oh, yeah, she had a really nice body. I'm going to go check her out." All right, so that's well and good. Apparently, he ditches these 2 and goes back.
News a couple weeks. You know, Weird Body Farm in California?
Oh, I do not. There's a body farm in California pulling heads on different bodies. What the hell? I didn't hear about that, Troy.
I didn't either.
If it's in Northern California, we might just do a road trip.
And I read the news all the time.
Nobody wants this body here. I can tell you right now. They'll see me coming and be like, you're fine. We're actually good on bodies. You go ahead and head on down the road there. Do some sit-ups. A couple weeks, come back. We'll talk. Take it easy on the bacon cheeseburgers there, Billy. Anyway, so he's going to this other model's house now. Now we're going to cut back to the laboratory, where the hate and discontent is spreading like wildfire. She is again talking to Dirk and talking to the guy in the closet, and she's like telepathically talking to the guy in the closet. She manages to distract Dirk, and he starts like backing up, and he's like, "Hey, what's going on here?" He backs up into the closet where the guy in the closet like punches through the weird observation slit and grabs Dirk's arm and rips it off. His good arm, not his monkey paw arm. Fuck! He has one good arm and one monkey paw arm. He wants to get rid of the monkey paw arm. Goddamn thing rips off the good arm instead. Dirk can't win, man. He cannot catch a break. I feel bad for him.
Yeah.
So naturally, Dirk dies, and he's out of the equation. And that sucks. Oh, that's right. I did hear about that, Troy. It was like a cooler full of ding-dongs. Apparently, Troy, correct me if I'm wrong, and this is actually pertinent to the movie that we're talking about. It's a material collection point. It was like a functioning business, but it was being in the process of being shut down due to these bizarro practices.
Like Return of the Living Dead?
Yeah, more or less.
Okay.
But just, with penises and stuff.
Yeah.
Good thing they didn't have any 2,4,5 triox, and there'd be dicks all over the place. Jumping into car windows and stuff. Get out of here. You're going to need a pretty good set of window wipers for that. Anyway, so that sucks. Dirk is now out of the equation. He's dead. He's bled out. The thing, though, the good news is that the thing is still trapped in the closet, and Jane in the Pan is still talking to it and giving it directions. So now we cut back to the good doctor. He just rolls into this chick's apartment while she's posing for photographs. She's got like 5 or 6 dudes in there with cameras, and they're taking pictures of her in a bikini, and she's like, you know, posing and showing the cleavage and, being sexy with it. It's great. And he just moseys right into the middle of this and sits down on the couch, starts smoking cigarettes. Nobody says a word. He doesn't have a camera. There's really no reason for him to be there. Eventually, she's like, all right, photo session's over, you fuckers. One of the guys stays behind and tries to hit on her, and she's like, get out of here, you pig. And then he stands up and he's like, you don't remember me, do you? And she's like, I'm a hot chick. I don't remember anything. And you're you know how many times I've heard that line, you piece of shit? Get out of here. And he's like, no, I'm a doctor. I can help you. Find out that the reason she only models from her house is because she has a 3-inch scar on her cheek. And she's like, I'm hideous. I'm a monster. You can't even see it.
I couldn't.
You can't
see
even
it
see
all.
it. It's like that big, like a little thing right there. And she's like, I'm a monster. Nobody will have me. And he's like, well, I'm a plastic surgeon. I can fix that in a few minutes. Oh, really? Oh, I'm so happy you can fix it. Oh, no. Very cool. So they go back to his lab, or the country estate house. And he, of course, pours her a drink, which has some kind of weird fluid in it, which is going to knock her the fuck out. Kind of reminds me of the movie that we made.
Yeah.
It went in a whole other direction, though. So she drinks the drink, and she's all excited. She's going to get her face fixed, and she gets all woozy. It's getting weird in here. Passes out. The doctor's like, okay, showtime. I got to cut this bitch's head off. Goes running downstairs to the laboratory to grab Dirk, where he finds that Dirk is completely unconscious. He's dead, actually. He's like, ah, shit, what happened? And he starts yelling at Jan in the pan, and she's like, that's right, you're a monster. And Dirk got killed because he got too close to the fucking door, and that thing in there that you made, it's a monster too, and there's all monsters in here. And he's like, well, fuck you. I'm going to put a body on you anyway, not because I am in love with you anymore, but because I want to prove that I can. And that's how it's going down. So he just kind of like throws a blanket over Dirk's dead body, runs upstairs, grabs the unconscious form of the hot chick with the scar face, brings her downstairs, and gets ready to operate. Everything is like set up. He's got his ready for surgery and all that stuff. And just before he starts cutting into the hot chick, Jan in the pan starts like berating him and telling him to fuck off, and you're a piece of shit, a monster, and this is unethical. You can't play God. And he's like, look, if you don't shut up, I'm going to shut you up. He takes a piece of tape and puts it over her mouth. That's kind of a shitty thing to do.
No,
I mean, I get it. If you're trying to do something in the head, just put her in a different. Why are you even operating down there? You know, what are you doing? Go to the bat. You should go to the bathroom to operate, right? Or at least like a more sterile facility. I don't know. Anyway, so he puts a piece of tape over her mouth, and she's like, "No," but you can see her lips are still moving, and she's got her eyes closed, which means she's probably talking to the thing in the closet. He starts getting ready to operate, and he gets a little too close to the closet. So again, the big monstrous hand comes through the observation slit and grabs him. They do like a struggle for a minute or two, and then the thing in the closet actually like unhinges the door and comes completely out, and we get to see what the thing in the closet is. It's pretty fun. It's like a cone head, but if one of his eyes was like up here for no reason, and he's a big shredded guy with a cone head and an eyeball up here. That's what it amounts to, right?
Yeah.
Kind of like Chunk.
Like Dan Aykroyd a little bit.
A little bit, yeah, I can see that. Anyway, he comes out and manhandles the doctor. There's a big struggle. In the struggle, a lot of the equipment that was keeping Jan in the pan alive gets knocked over and starts a fire. The big thing manages to punch out the doctor and then take a bite out of his neck, and then grabs the hot chick and goes running upstairs, and then the fire engulfs the lab. Jan in the pan, unfortunately, is stuck in it, but she wanted to die anyway. Yeah. And that's pretty much the end of your movie. And that was the brain that wouldn't die. What did you think of this one, Monica?
But she did die.
She did, but I don't know. I don't know why they called it that, because it was,
I would have.
What?
I would have expected that name for that other movie.
Which one?
What was it? Johnny Got His Gun, or?
Oh,
Yeah, that movie.
Yeah, where he's just a
That movie should have
that movie
that name.
fucking sucked.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a good movie, but like his condition really sucked.
Yeah.
No arms, no legs, no eyes, no mouth, no nose, no face, really.
Yeah.
All he's got is a nurse that doesn't mind jerking him off. So
Mhm.
apparently his ding dong still works.
Good God.
Yeah. The Metallica music video. You know what we're talking about.
This was an okay movie for the 50s.
It's for the 50s. This is like widely believed to be one of the worst movies ever made. Not from, I mean, just from a production standpoint. There's a lot of really hacky acting involved
Really?
here. Yes.
Oh.
I mean, but it crosses that realm into so bad it's good.
No.
So
I would have figured like the original Fly with the head on the.
Yeah, but that had Vincent Price in it, so it gets a free pass. It's fine. Hey, give me Creature and Xenomorph Saturno, please. Thanks.
Okay.
I'd like to change it up. You got it, Troy. Lock into the Pterodome, buddy. It's fine. You've probably seen it. If not, it's public domain. You can watch it on YouTube right now, or any host of other public domain sites. There's thousands of them out there.
I enjoy watching these movies.
Me too.
I like it that it's black and white. I like how they didn't have the special effects back then. I always like the music in all of these movies because it's like kind of creepy.
Except when it tries to get sexy.
I didn't even think it was
like there's a part in this movie right when he first walks into the strip club and he's just staring at posters of chicks. And he's smoking, and it's like a close-up of his eyes, and then a close-up of the smoke coming out of his mouth.
Yeah.
And it's like
bad director, whoever it was.
You could see like all the the stubble and yeah. It's kind of creepy. I don't know, man. It's fine. You know what I do like about this movie? I'm a sucker for a 1950 early 50s style mad scientist laboratory with all the Bunsen burners and things smoking for no reason. I love that. Weird like electrodes and shit like that. That's always fun. I love that.
Yeah, because you can kind of see like where the other movies came from. Like what's the one? Like Andy Warhol's Frankenstein.
Yes, with Udo Kier.
Yeah.
That's you want to talk about weird, sexy stuff.
Ooh, I like that.
Oh yeah. Kiss her. Smack. Kiss her again.
Yeah.
Why isn't he getting hard? Kiss her again. Kiss her again. What's happening? That's we should do that one. That's a bizarre body part movie right there.
Yes.
Oh God.
Was that the one? Okay, because I know he also did Dracula.
Mm-hmm.
Is this the one with the blonde that had the kids?
Yes.
Oh, I can't.
Get off my puppety.
I know. You come and fuck me now. Come here.
Oh. There you have it, inmates. That's the brain that wouldn't die. I guess we'll take us a little break and come back with some other stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. What will we do for next week?
I don't know what we're doing. We have to find another body part movie. Does anyone participate in Hot August Nights? I do not.
I
Jim.
do.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
I like the old Hammer and Amicus horror films. They're great. I agree. Oh, Tim's in the house. What's up, Tim?
Hi, Tim.
I agree with you, Natalie. I watched Vault of Horror the other day. That's streaming on Shudder right now. It's great. Odd Mother just watched Hazugusa. Hagazusa. Did you watch that one? You should check that. No, you wouldn't like it. Never mind.
Yeah.
There's too much talking.
Yeah.
She doesn't like movies with talking.
I have to have lots of death immediately.
Oh, you don't want this one. What's up, Tim? How's Australia treating you, buddy? You came in just at the end, so sorry about that. Jim, once you've been to one Hot August Nights, you pretty much been to all of them, I feel like, right? No. I disagree.
Every year there's new cars.
They're all the same.
Oh,
they're all the same. They are.
Mm-mm.
Hey, there's a pink one and an orange one and a blue one next to you. Jim, what are you doing? You're not going down there, are you? It's chaos. Oh, God. Forget it.
Yeah. And Stone Cold is supposed to be out there this year.
Oh, Stone Cold Steve Austin?
Yes.
Oh, very cool.
Mm-hmm.
What would happen if you actually ran into Stone Cold?
I would
Flashing
start
your boobs.
crying.
No.
I'm that person that
Oh,
starts to
no.
cry, and then I'd be like, I just want a picture.
Oh, God.
And
Just-
that's it.
Just let me feel you. Yeah.
No, he's the baddest man in the world.
It's true.
I just was never like sexually attracted to him.
No?
No,
I wonder if he's still married to Deborah.
no, he's not.
Oh,
He has
really?
a new wife.
I was sexually attracted to Deborah. She was always pretty hot. I thought. I mean, she had a weird face on her.
In real life, if I'm not mistaken, because he's been married like 4 times, and Nez is probably watching.
Shotgun a beer, Troy says.
But I think they were at a restaurant having dinner, and they had a fight, and she stabbed him in the leg with a fork. Yeah, and I believe she got arrested that night.
The hot ones are always crazy.
Yeah.
I was bored at work the other day, and I Googled porn star mugshots.
Oh.
I don't think I have ever beat off to a woman that didn't have a criminal record, because I found all of them immediately.
Oh, wow.
And they don't look very good in their, well, nobody looks good in their mugshots, obviously.
But that's the best time you can see what they really
Yeah,
look like.
no makeup, strung out looking,
Yeah.
a couple black eyes here and there. Woo! Somebody got into a fight at Denny's. All right, gang, I think we're going to go ahead and kill this live feed, unless anybody has any questions or comments. I don't know if we're going to be back next week or not. I might still be in Facebook jail. We made it through this one, though. Nobody reported us. So there you have it, my friends.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
Thank you for not reporting us or getting us blocked.
Yeah, how dare you?
How dare you?
Some jealous person out there.
All right, guys. Thank you for joining us. Oh, what are we doing next week? Hold on. We're gonna go. It's got to be a body horror movie. Buddy.
Can I be a real jerk and pick Tusk for you guys?
That's not a body. It's got to be body part specific.
It is. Though.
I don't think it is. To what body part?
The whole body.
Well, it's got to be body part specific. Is what we're going for. Guys, I don't want to watch Tusk again. That's a stupid fucking movie.
I know.
You guys seen Tusk? That's a dumb fucking movie.
I know.
Can we all meet up at Press Start? Oh, I would love to do that. You want to meet Jim at Press Start?
What's Press Start?
It's that bar downtown that has all the old school arcade games in it.
Oh, I haven't even been there.
It's great. It's got, I think my initials are still in the Ninja Turtle game, Jim. Body part, the movie. Is that a thing? Hold on. I'm going to Google this. We're going to have a title here. So body.
Oh, that's the one with, what is his name? Jeff Fahey?
Yeah, I think it is.
What does he get? The eyes or something?
I think he gets like one eye, but then he can see all the serial killer stuff. Here comes the list.
Oh, and there's also what's that crazy movie called? Patchwork, where the chicks all get into one.
We did that for immersion therapy. Yeah. That's a horrible movie, man. And then you find out at the end it was the one chick, like the hippie chick, and the whole thing was her idea.
What else is there with bodies?
I was thinking Idle Hands, maybe.
Well, at least that's gory.
Body horror, bad biology, Body Melt.
I love Body Melt, the Australian movie.
Yeah, Basket Case, Altered States, Frankenhooker. Splinter we already did. Dead Ringers, Videodrome, Slither, Mansquito. Tokyo Gore. We've already done a lot of these. Aliens, Crash, Existence. We're going to talk about in a few minutes. Sexual Parasite, Killer Pussy. 2004.
Oh my God.
That'll get us kicked off of Facebook in no time.
That one that you passed.
Which one?
No. How is Dead Ringers a body part?
I don't. This is under a body horror film thing. Have you seen Bad Biology?
Mm-mm.
It's where the chick gets pregnant every time she has sex and delivers the baby within 8 minutes afterward.
Oh my God.
It's great. We do Body Melt?
Yeah, let's do
All right,
Body
join
Melt.
us next weekend, mates, for Body Melt from 1993. You're in. Did you? Nice. That's a good one.
I love that that was.
American Mary. I think we already did American Mary, didn't we?
Yeah.
That was in Rape Revenge Month, if I
Yeah.
recall.
Mhm.
All right, guys. Thank you for joining us. Yeah, we'll see you next week with Body Melt.
Yay. Bye.
Okay, bye.